Good morning to you. Changing our camera shot. This is looking a little more gloomy and ominous, right? This is over on New Roads, which surprisingly looks this bad. I say surprisingly because the radar up in their neck of the woods actually relatively quiet. We'll get to that in a moment. Pair of 7s out your door. Feels a little bit warmer with humidity, and we can tell that the cold front has not moved through yet because the dew points are still high, humidity is still elevated, and we still have a southerly component to the wind out there. That should change behind the front, which looks like it's going to move through the Baton Rouge area this afternoon. 92 degrees, that was the high yesterday. We're trying to resemble our normal highs this time of year, which now right around 87 degrees, and we are going to do just that from this day forward in the 7-day forecast. This is the rain that we had in the past 24 hours. It varied by quite a bit, but you could see yesterday we had great coverage. I mean, if you live in this viewing area, odds are you had a little bit of action yesterday, showing about 1/4 of an inch in Baton Rouge, but other parts did get between 1 to 2 inches, and you see a couple of localized heavier amounts. Not that much left over on radar, and maybe just a couple of showers remaining for the early part of the morning. Weekend relief definitely, and we're tracking some new stuff out there in the tropical Atlantic. I can't completely guarantee that Baton Rouge won't still see a 1 shower or 2 for the remainder of the morning, because we might just get grazed. As I zoom out, let me show you what I'm talking about. This couple of storms right here that are just off to the south of I-10 in between Lake Charles and Lafayette. They're going to drive directly to the east. So again, we might get grazed just a little bit, and that line is expansive. It goes all the way back towards the Texas and Mexico border. But for the most part, the bulk of the rain, the bulk of the bad weather is starting to roll out of here. And I agree with the graph. If it's going to happen here in Baton Rouge, it's going to be within the next 2, maybe 3 hours. That's going to be it. Once we get beyond lunchtime, we get to the afternoon. I would say down to the deep south part of the viewing area, you might still get clipped. But here in Baton Rouge, it looks like we're going to wave goodbye to the rain chances, and we're going to finally see the front sweep everything out of here. Not just the chance of rain, but the moisture as high pressure builds in and we drop in that more nice, dry, stable air. We're going to see that where the dew points start to go down. We went from upper 70s dew points. Now we're going to see mid, maybe even lower 60s, which, by the way, not only is that going to make it feel a little bit more comfortable as far as the peak heat indices, they're only going to be in the 80s, but it's going to also allow temperatures to drop a little bit more overnight. We're going to enjoy that too. To the tropical Atlantic, we've got a lot of tropical traffic out there right now. We've got Gabrielle, that's not a thing anymore. Umberto, that actually could also become major. And then right over here, the next invest, which we don't have to worry about getting into the Gulf, but if we look at the computer models here, and by the way, you see the track of Umberto, there you see a couple of 3s there, and yeah, the computer models, they're a little bit all over the place, but this is too close for comfort. Florida, Georgia, up to the Carolinas, so they're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on it too, but again, no threats going to the Gulf. The 40% chance is only for the next couple of hours, and then we're going to see a gradual clearing, and then we can finally get this front through here, and we're going to be looking and feeling a lot better. We'll cool it down to the mid-60s for tonight, and in the all-important 7-day forecast, once we say goodbye to these rain chances today, it really looks like it stays away. Temperatures looking good, and your weekend plans are ready to rock and roll.